The storm had passed, leaving behind a world washed clean. A woman curled up with a book on her sofa took a deep breath. She smiled, savoring the familiar, comforting scent of rain-soaked earth. It was a smell she loved, the smell of Petrichor. But then a frown creased her brow. The scent was too strong, too close. It was inside the house. She lowered her book, sniffing the air again. Yes, it was definitely inside. It was the raw, loamy smell of wet dirt, rich and heavy. Curiosity mixed with a faint unease. She got to her feet. She followed the scent, her bare feet silent on the hardwood floors. It grew stronger as she approached the basement door. She hesitated for a moment, her hand hovering over the cool brass knob. Why would her basement smell like a freshly dug grave? She turned the knob and pulled the door open. A wave of damp, earthy air washed over her, making her shiver. She flicked on the light switch. The single bulb overhead cast long, dancing shadows across the concrete room, and there, at the bottom of the wooden stairs, was the source of the smell. A patch of dark, wet mud was smeared across the floor. Her heart began to beat a little faster. How did mud get into her sealed basement? Her eyes traced the mess, and then she saw them. Footprints. They were large, bare, and caked in the same dark mud. A cold dread seeped into her bones, far colder than the basement air. Someone had been down here. Someone with muddy feet. She slowly backed away from the stairs, her eyes locked on the tracks. The footprints led away from the bottom of the staircase, across the concrete floor. They disappeared into the shadows at the far end of the room. But then, her gaze followed their path again, this time with dawning horror. The footprints didn't stop in the basement. They led out of the patch of mud, up the stairs. She